Less than 24 hours after Two on Your Side took some tough questions to two of Erie County's top leaders about how they handled and prepared for the Christmas blizzard. Tonight we are hearing from the county executive himself. And good evening, everyone. I'm Scott Levin. Mary Alice is on assignment tonight. It is the first time that we have heard from Mark Polenkars in person about the storm response. Two on Your Side's Ron Plants has his reaction today, including efforts to secure FEMA funding. Right, Ron?
That's right, Scott, and that's the topic we're really going to talk about, that FEMA funding. You know, even with some of the sunshine and blue skies we've seen here today, let's face it, in many ways we are still digging out financially from those big storms that we had back in November and December, and there is a very real concern that perhaps people down in Washington, D.C. just do not understand it. In fact, the state of New York is actually still tabulating, trying to make the case that just like other major weather disasters around the country, there should be some federal assistance for what we dealt with, especially as they seek a major disaster declaration from FEMA and the White House. Costs for snow removal, actual damage to structures like ECC's main campus buildings, and related expenses still being tabulated, added up as they try to meet a $35 million threshold figure for the state. Erie County's cost alone north of $15 million, we were told today. Of course, that's not going to make up for the tragic loss of life from the storm as well, but the Erie County executive says that just emphasizes how hard this area was hit.
Tornado goes through, takes out a neighborhood in Kansas or Iowa, and then the same community gets hit with a tornado a month later. FEMA covers it, but they don't do that for snow, and it makes no sense because these storms, as we've seen, can take many lives as well as cause millions and millions of dollars of damage as well as response costs. And that's why I think it's very important for our government, our federal government, to step up to the plate and do what's right and approve this major disaster declaration so that we can move forward. It makes a mockery of the term major disaster if they say this is not a major disaster. And we'll be sitting down.
The county executive says he's actually going to be down in Washington coming up the second weekend in February, meeting with FEMA and other federal officials to try to press them to help Western New York because he says there's unfortunately a disaster response phrase. It's known to be no dough for snow because it melts. Let's hope that's not the case here. Coming up at 6, we're going to also hear from the county executive about some of his thoughts, as you were pointing out, Scott, with the blizzard and the situation there. We're going to hear about the idea of an early warning system, perhaps, an improvement there for the city, as well as helping the city of Buffalo with more of their plowing, and also that decision regarding the driving ban in this fatal winter weather event. Reporting live from downtown Buffalo, I'm Ron Plants, Channel 2 News. Back to you.